And now for a live reenactment of what occurred when that guy with the pencil gazed upon the final page of this chapter for the first time. This break be busting. I'm not gonna lie. The 4 hours don't even look that hard. Okay. Zeke changed his profile picture back. That's pretty cool. I did like the Thanos one. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. That boy was pretty sped. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Oh my lord. Before we hop in this review of Chapter 22 of Fortnite the Apocalypse, please do me a favor and leave your own thoughts on the chapter in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Now, let's get into it. What's up guys, I got the pencil here, and here we are to review Chapter 22 of Fortnite the Apocalypse, which is known as Young Heroes. And let's hop right into it. Actually, wait, no, before we hop right into it, take a look at this color page. I guess maybe it had to do with Percival's death state or something? Or maybe Nakaba just forgot. It's highly likely that Nakaba just forgot because Nakaba isn't the most memorable. Nakaba doesn't have the best memory. But Percival's eyes are purple again, when in the last color page, not 2 chapters ago, they were green. And I know they're supposed to be purple, but they were green like 2 chapter pages ago. Does it have to do with him being dead or something like that? Is that like an alternate eye color? Is that when he's using his power or something like that? I have no idea. I think this may have just been a mistake, but that mistake's gonna haunt me until we get some clarification on that. I hope someone asked him that in the Q&A, like, yo, Nakaba Sensei, chapter 20, his eyes were green, but now they're purple again? Like, what happened? And Nakaba just like, oh, my fault, OG, my fault. I thought it was the same hair color, my bad. And then we just keep it pushing, because honestly, that's confusing me to this very day. I think the rest of their colors are consistent, though Anne throws me off a little bit. I feel like it's just because she's shrunken down, though. But we move on to the actual chapter itself. And the thing is, we get to see that Ironside is like spitting facts a little bit. He's like, okay, you think you've stopped me, huh? You realize like all I have to do is murder you right here, right now, and then just restart the ritual. It's not that complicated, buddy. I don't know what you're thinking. And the thing is, he goes right to do it, but then this dude pops out of nowhere. And the thing is, why couldn't this be Pelgard? No, I'm kidding. But no, why couldn't this be Pelgard? Come on, Knock. But like literally, they had interacted already before. Pelgard seemed strong enough to stop Ironside in the first place. Please, why couldn't it be Big Papa Pelgard? Oh, this guy seems like Pelgard though, because I love how he stops Ironside too. He grabs him by the wrist and like, sorry, buddy. Regretfully, Ironside, your night ends here instead of your life ends here, which is what he said to the gang. And the thing is, I love it because Ironside like. He's not necessarily trying to intimidate, but you can tell he knows, like, whoever this is, he's probably like rivals with him or something in terms of power, at least, because he's not necessarily submitting instantly, but he's not exactly asserting dominance. He's not yanking his hand away or something like that. And to be fair, the other guy does. He pulls his hand back, but he's like, yo, calm down, chill. You're mad that the ritual failed because you suck, and you're also mad that you couldn't even kill this kid of yours because you suck, but it's alright. And I know also, on top of that, you suck because you can't even kill one of the Fortnite the Apocalypse. You're trash, Ironside, but it's okay. It's okay. However, we could be in big trouble because something killed all the dead, like, instantaneously. And the thing is, I wonder where this dude was hiding to know that. Like, did he just pop up out of nowhere? Because to be fair, last chapter, we saw, like, darkness covering the moon, and then it left. Was that this guy? Like, does he have some control over, like, teleportation or something like that? Because we see later on when they leave, like, they literally like vanish in a puff of darkness or something like that. Like they literally get covered by it, and then the next panel they're gone. I don't think they just ran away, but where was this mortal? Where's his name? Mortlock. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. That may just be an Arthurian mythology name, or I may just be tripping, or I may have heard it somewhere else. But the thing is, it's cool to see that they're actually. But see, this is a mixed bag for me, because while Mortlock has a point, like yo, you summoned greater level dead. And that foe, whatever it was, instantly wiped it out. Somehow, some way. Do you really think we should be sticking around right now? And to be fair, he brings up the point that it could only be one of the 7 deadly sins to do that. And I guess 7 deadly sins is becoming sort of a unique term in terms of like level of power. Because when you think about it, the 7 deadly sins are not on the same level. Like they're all very different levels of power. Like look at Gother. Man hasn't hit anything in years. But to be fair, his mind hacks are broken. But that's the thing. I wonder, like, what do they mean by 7 deadly sins level? Because you can have, this is gonna sound bad. You can have your Gothers, and then you can have like your Meliodases. So there's a big gap when you reference the 7 deadly sins level, and that's like interesting and concerning. Because one, I do love the fact that our 7 deadly sins, our gang, is still relevant. Like they're still power-wise, legitimately feared around the world because they should be. They were very, very strong. But at the same time, it's like part of me was hoping they'd get jobbed. Like I was hoping the Holy Knights here would be like decently powerful, but to be fair, they are still just pure humans, and these are beings that have been around for thousands of years. Literally, I think every single being, including Bond, has been around for thousands of years by this point, because King is over 1,000 years old, Diane's over 1,000 years old, Merlin's over, wait, hold on, wait 1 second. Correction, Diane is only like 750 years old, but still, that's a lot of years. So to be fair, all these beings have been around for a while. Then of course you have the 2 Purgatory bros who have been like chilling in Purgatory for a long time, to put it simple and short. So really, it's not that surprising that their level hasn't been reached yet, but that means, like, I hope there are some higher level threats in terms of Arthur's army, his people, because if they're all afraid of like your generic 7 deadly sin, like if Gowther could come up and run their fade right now, man, Arthur, you got some work to do. You better buff some people. Come on now, Arthur. But the thing is, what I don't get about this strategic retreat is, though, why wouldn't you just take the coffin anyway? Like, if this 7 deadly sins level person was really here and really about to be a menace to you, why weren't they a menace and stopped you in the first place? Like, if they really were lurking around the area and they already defeated all the chaotic dead in the middle of your last fight, they would have been here and bodied you by this point. Like, this wouldn't be an issue anymore. They would have washed you behind and then you would have been gone anyway. So I don't get, especially considering the fact that 2 of you are here now. And to be fair, I don't know what Mortlock's level is. He may not even be Ironside level, but they're still fighting a bunch of tired kids. Like, just bum rush Donnie, who's far from the strongest of his group, take the coffin, and then leave. Because as Ironside even says, there are a ton of towns around Britannia that I can run this game on. I don't even have to run a game anymore. I have the coffin. Well, you did have the coffin, so I don't know why the strat is, oh, we have to run this very moment, instead of, oh, we have to kill Donnie and then dip it out of here. Like, legitimately, Ironside even tells Mortlock to pick up some of the coffin, so obviously the coffin's still the plan, so why wouldn't you just execute Donnie and take it? I know why, narratively, because we have to have a plot, that's why. But in terms of like their logic and the own logic they bring up, if they really are lurking, they would have been here by now. They would have killed you. They've even not killed you, they would have stopped you by this point, but they didn't. I feel like it's better to take the coffin right now and try to go run a game far away from these idiots so they can't stop you again, rather than just leave it with them, because now you're gonna have to hunt them down again in a separate time. And who's to say that this 7 deadly sins level fighter won't just stalk them everywhere now? And who's to say you don't know what the 7 deadly sins fighter is? It could be that sneaky little fox dude that's running around with them. So I don't know why you would run. That's the only thing that throws me off about this, but it's fine. Ironside and Percival are like, darn, we gotta go. And not Ironside and Percival, Ironside and Mortlock are like, fine, we've gotta go. And then they dip on out of there. And that's the thing, they do the darkness teleportation thing, like they fade into mist. Super interesting. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's just like, if that's Mortlock's unique power, or it's something that they can all do, because we've seen this darkness kind of thing before, I'm pretty sure, but it's usually just like to indicate darkness on like a panel or something like that, or like used when Anne's using her power. So I'm not sure what this little darkness leaking out and consuming them is. Very interesting. However, once again, I would have just bamboozled the life out of these kids. Like, I would have pretended to disappear, gone like 10 feet away, since apparently none of them can sense magic. Well, no, I think they can. They can like sense pressure and stuff like that. But still, I would have teleported away, waited 5 seconds for them to power down, pop back in, stab Donnie, grab the coffin, and gone. But I guess, you know what, whatever. They had to retreat. We need a plot. Come on now, I gotta think about that. We need a plot. So, however, the gang is tired. I love that we don't get a like triumphant cheer moment. Like, usually when a battle like this would be over, they'd be like, yeah, amazing, whoa. But no, they just all crumple. They just all lie on the ground and go, like, they really just realize, man, we almost died. And the thing is, Percival like bursts out in the laughter, and he's like, darn, I thought your boy was about to kick the bucket there. And Ossium brings up the very obvious fact that, buddy, low-key, you kinda did. I love how Donnie is like, he's the realist in the situation. Like, man, we really outplayed that dude. And Anne's like, bruh, no, we didn't. But to be fair, Anne, you realize if not as well, to be fair, you in the end though, only in the end, if we need you to revive Percival. But outside of that, you were kind of the most useless one in that final burst. Like, Percival was literally just backpacking you. So you're right. Maybe you're right. We couldn't hold a candle to him. You couldn't hold a candle to him in the very, being a menace stand. Y'all know, she did a whole ton of work. She was the one who managed to get the poison and Ironside system anyway. So if you remove her from the equation, battle doesn't even end like the way it did. So she's still super important. I'm just messing around. But the thing is, we get to see that Percival brings up the power of teamwork. We stopped him because we all worked together. There you go. There you go. All those teamwork arguments and versus battles, there's your proof right here. It's said by the manga himself. Obviously, no matter what, as long as you have teamwork, you automatically win, no matter how much more powerful your opponent is. Bada bing, bada boom. But the thing is, we see everyone so happy that Percival said that, and then Anne runs back off to her father. And here's the thing. One of y'all had mentioned, I think it was last week's comment section or the week before that, one of y'all had mentioned that when we were talking about what Sin could have done, that he wouldn't be able to get away with it this time because Anne would be there and Anne would like force the truth out of him. And I think you guys are right. Like whoever said, I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact comment, but whoever said that was kind of right, because Nakuba specifically removes Anne from the situation so she can go talk to her dad, and then look who walks up right afterwards, Sin. And the thing is, they ask him, yo, who'd you call in to help us out? And Sin's like, yeah, you want to know, buddy? You know what I did? The animals in the forest. I'm gonna punt Sin like a football, bro. I don't care if he's like Bon or whatever. The thing is, stop lying, bro. Like just quick happen, bro. I'm literally about to just drop 2 meteors on you. Call me Madara Uchiha, bro. I'm literally about to just annihilate you and your entire squadron, bro. Stop lying. Just quick. I'm like, it's starting to get to the point where the lies are actually becoming annoying. I know this is like a bit. This is especially how Nakuba plays it up, because he has the funny Percival running, wow, your animal power, that's so great. Like from a narrative perspective, I get why Sin's hiding. From a character perspective, I get why Sin's hiding. Come up with better excuses, bro. Come up with better excuses. Like, in the grin doesn't help. Like, I just really want to kick Sin across the throat here. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, I'm getting way too violent. But the thing is, Percival instantly gets distracted, and everyone notices that, like, Percival still seems normal. And another thing is, Sin appears to yawn. So it was obviously Sin who destroyed them all. And you know what? Do I break into the Sin convo now? I think I'll break into the Sin convo now. What is Sin? I think Sin is, y'all may have been spitting. He may just be Bon. Like, but if he's Bon, how did he get like this? Like, he never had a reason to, ooh. I mean, that's a stretch though. That's a mean stretch. That's a whole backbend right there. Like, could this be like an after effect of him chilling in purgatory for so long? Could he just like maintain the ability to transform into a fox-like beast? Is that a thing? Is that a thing he could do? Because if so, I mean, that would make sense. I could see Nakuba using that explanation if this is Bon. Because if it's Bon, like, why would Bon wasn't necessarily a habitual liar. In fact, he was like one of the most straight talking people of the 7 deadly sins. So I'm kind of shocked. If this is Bon, if Sin is Bon and not like a servant of one of the 7 deadly sins, then kind of wondering, like, why you hiding out, Bon? What's the problem? Is he like, I think the main reason I'm fine with this being Bon is he could be using the 4 Knights to like find his son, considering he's assuming his son is one of them, because we know he actually 16 years later, I think it said in the Lancelot one shot, Lancelot left the lake in like 16 years. So I'm not sure what could be going on here. Like, I'm intrigued regardless. Like, the thing is, I'm mad at Sin for lying still. I'm mad that Anne isn't here to like kick the truth out of him, but whatever, it's fine. Then we get to see Percival. He's all normal, and well, he appears normal. Okay, one part in the chapter did get me to laugh, and it's Percival when he says, yo, oh no, I'm about to lay a loaf. Like, Percival, I've been there, buddy. I understand. Sometimes you just be chilling, you be doing something else, and then your body's like, we've got to go, and then you've got to go lay a loaf, bro. Oh, I don't know, that one hit me different. I don't know when I was reading it. When I was reading it so late, so like my like all my defenses were down anyway. So when I read I'm about to lay a loaf, he just you can tell he's like in that, oh, I got a poop position. Like, that one got me. And the thing is, Donnie is like criticizing Percival, like, wow, he really doesn't have anything on the mind, huh? His dad literally just tried to kill him. And Nasian's the perceptive one. Nasian's and Sin both are like, really, dog? You that stupid? And he runs off. We get to see that Percival, is that the sun? I feel like that's the sun. That's probably the sun rising. I'm wondering what that light is and why it seems a little bit weird. But the thing is, you can see that Percival really hasn't fully accepted the idea that Ironside is his father here, because he's like, despite, I think he does know what a dad is, obviously. So I think he's like still trying to disconnect Ironside from Varghese, because he's like, man, those two can't be related. That can't be my bloodline. And he's like, man, that guy, he looked a lot like Grandpa. And I understand why. Like, he's still traumatized, and he's definitely thinking about it, which I do like. But then we cut to the most important part of this chapter. We go into a void, a weird like circle thing that breaks out into vines, which reveals a castle built of solid brick in a void world of nothing. And then we get to see a certain man criticizing Ironside. And so here you are, shamelessly back in this chamber, Lord Ironside. The 4 Nights of the Apocalypse wasn't hilarious. Your Majesty, this is no laughing matter. Well, next time, can you give a message? Tell him, if you think you can destroy Arthur Pendragon, you are more than invited to try. Alright? Bro, when I tell you I busted, like everywhere, painted the inside of my vehicle white, bro. Like legitimate, like, can I make that? I think I can make that. But still, bro, I was so happy to see him. Thing is though, kind of disappointed in his redesign. I should have expected the fact that he's pretty much timeless now, or like a pseudo-immortal, or something along those lines. Like, he should be built like Kath and Chaos. Like, he shouldn't really be able to die. So it makes sense that he still looks the same, like, physically, but you could have, like, grown his hair out, you could have done something to him. And in fact, when I first saw it, considering I, like, clicked off it immediately, like, when I saw it in the store, I was legit like, oh, golly, this man grew hair, like, Super Saiyan 3 type beat. But no, it's literally just, I think that's, like, the extension of his shadow or something like that. It's interesting. He has a white shadow, but I'm pretty sure that's just to go with like the starry background of his chair. And if so, man, to be fair, he does look so saucy though. Like, I love the cape, I love the like clothes. Man, he looks fantastic. Honestly, I'm so happy to see Arthur. But before I get into Arthur himself and like what menace thing he's doing, let's talk about Merlin's redesign. It's actually fine. To be fair, she shouldn't have aged either, so it makes sense that she could only get like a clothing redesign. But still, I think this is the same outfit like she wore in the movie. And I think, who knows, that may be Arthur's same outfit from the movie. But the interesting thing is Arthur's throne in general, because it seems to be composed of like different races. Like, there seems to be one thing that looks like Halmadios, there seems to be one goddess, there seems to be some long-nosed thing, there seems to be a dragon wing. So I wonder what has happened. Like, Arthur, buddy, what are you doing being a menace, bro? Like, you're literally having your own knights go out and kill their kids. And I know it's because you've become a menace, but I want to know why. I want to know what happened. Like, this saucy panel of him hand on face. Like, every villain ever that sits on a throne that's built like a menace does this exact same pose. The whole side lean and everything. Look at this man. He's so saucy, he's not even really touching the chair of his throne. He's literally leaning on his cape, which is touching the chair of his throne. Like, he looks like a menace. And I'm glad to see that. But another thing that I'm intrigued to see is that Merlin doesn't look too happy. The thing is, this is exactly what you wanted though, Merlin. What's wrong? It's almost like you ruined the ending of something. No, I'm kidding. But the thing is, she doesn't seem happy with what Arthur's doing. And I wonder if it's because like he's not using his chaos powers to like the utmost extreme like she wanted him to. Because I don't know, like this may be an entirely separate dimension. And I'm not sure if that's just like a chair design or like literal stars in the background. But I don't know. I'm super intrigued with what Arthur's doing here. Like, why did he become a menace? What's going on? Like, we're just seeing him right now, and we know he's a menace. Because initially we thought, I mean, to be fair, I thought he may be under control of somebody. But this just looks like Arthur. It doesn't look like anybody else. Like, it doesn't look like his eyes have any possession to them. But maybe it is just like, for the longest time, I was saying what made Arthur evil is like Kath's influence, because he absorbed Kath. Like, the Kath is just a part of him now, and Kath was a being of chaos and destruction that Chaos made himself. He was an aspect of Chaos. So I was thinking maybe Kath had taken him over, or like was it influencing him deeply? But maybe this is just Arthur the Menace. I don't know. And the thing is, I love this panel because of like the ominous pretext behind it is what makes it so intimidating. Because to be fair, outside like the lean position, that smile is something we've seen on Arthur before. Like, he still looks exactly like he did 16 years ago. He still looks like a pretty chill dude. But it's just like knowing what he's doing, knowing what he's behind is what makes him so intimidating here. And I think that's great. However, though, that's my thoughts on the chapter. I'm super excited to see what the dealio is with Big Papa Arthur. I'm super excited to see... I'm super excited for Nakob to stop playing the long game with Sin and just show us him already. Like, tell us who he is, do something, have him stop lying, and probably going to join the gang. She's going to have to her father to go tell him that she's leaving with them. That's what I'm assuming. Next chapter, we're probably going to open up with Anne being like... No, they're probably going to leave town or start to leave town, and Anne's going to run out and be like, wait... And they'll be like, Anne, you can't come with us. And he's like, yes, I can. My father gave me the okay, and I need to become stronger so I can go protect my town. And then they're going to be like, okay, Anne, a new member to the party. And then bada bing, bada boom, back on the journey to Leonis. At least that's what I think is going to happen. Who knows? I might be wrong. Maybe Anne is just like a one-off character, but I highly doubt it. Like Nakaba really did just pull the whole shipping thing like chapter before that. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she joins the gang. Super excited to see her too, and I really want her to push this truth out of Sin. Like, please. And also, still Donnie, I'm not letting you slide, bro. You got an interesting backstory. Let's see it, dog. Let's see it. But otherwise, those are my thoughts on the chapter. Other than like, see, this becomes where my scoring system goes between like, do I get it narratively? Yes. Do I like it? No. So like on a narrative level, I perfectly get this chapter, and I think it's perfectly fine. In fact, I think it's kind of good. So I purely for a narrative perspective, I give this chapter a 9 out of 10. Still great. I wish we got a little bit more regarding Mortlock and like where he came from, what he did. But obviously, I understand Nakaba's definitely trying to keep a sense of mystery right now, so I get why he didn't do that. However, in terms of like me liking the chapter, like simply for like reasons, like simply I agree with this choice, I don't agree with this choice. Ironside Mortlock running when there's no proof that this 7 Deadly Sins level fighter is like anywhere nearby, and it would be that difficult to kill Donnie and take the coffin, especially with Mortlock being undebuffed. Like he has no debuffs on him. That's the only thing that gets me to this chapter, like makes me drop down to like an 8 or a 7. And also the fact that Sin, that's the thing. He annoys me this chapter. Like it's not before I found him funny, but now this is just like actually getting annoying. This long game, I'm not liking it. So 7 on my personal preferences and tastes, but a 9 out of 10 for like actual narrative and like me not being biased, thinking, oh, I didn't like that, I didn't get this. There we go. But those are my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please tell me your own thoughts on the chapter in the comment section down below. And let me just say it one more time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching one last time. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.